Welcome back to another episode. Ryan and Kevin here with Chaos MMA, and today we have on Nick Fiore, who's coming off a recent first round submission win at Combat Zone. Nick, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time to come on. I'm sure the emotions are crazy right now after coming off a win like that, and it's a week after the fight, literally. So, how does it all feel right now? You went in there, first round submission, nothing, no damage, but to you, how does it all feel right now?
It was good. I'm basically just back on my regular schedule. There's not really a lot of off time. I think I took a day off, and then I was just right back to it. So just business as usual at this point.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, and we know the fight was in Calvin Cater's promotion. How cool has it been fighting this promotion? Because we know you have fought a ton in this promotion. Does it just make fight week better and everything else?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Especially I'm good friends with Calvin. We're training together a lot, so it's cool to be able to, uh, you know, um, have a presence at Combat Zone. And I like how it's local, man. I gotta love that.
Yeah.
It's rough traveling a lot to be fighting, so it's nice when you can do it in your backyard and still do your thing.
Yeah, so now leading up to the fight all week, is this what you expected? Just to go in there, make quick work of your opponent in the first round, take no damage. Was that what you expected, or were you expecting a dog fight? What were you thinking about fight week?
I mean, I always like it if I can get in and out.
Yeah.
Uh, but especially quick submission. Like you said, no damage. But I'm always ready for whatever it's gonna be. So I was mentally and physically ready to go 5 rounds, but thankfully I didn't have to. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you said fighting close to like home and everything because it is in Calvin Cater's promotion. When we talked to your teammate Tom Pagarulo, he said the same thing. He got he gets to sleep in his own bed during fight week, no jet lag. Is that the same thing for you? You get to sleep in your bed. You don't got to worry about the
Mhm.
jet lag and everything else. How's that all feel?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man. It's good to be as comfortable as you can during fight week, especially, it's a pretty intense time. So yeah, absolutely. I'll take sleeping in my own bed over, you know, being a whole flight away from home any day.
Yeah, I'm sure that's much better getting your own bed than a hotel and everything else and traveling. And speaking of the fight, actually, it was on St. Patrick's Day. So after the win and everything, did you celebrate a little bit, or did you just kind of chill out? You got the win. How was the celebration after the fight?
Yeah. We went to the after party at a Memoir, one of the clubs in at Encore. So that was a lot of fun. Had a few drinks, hung out with some friends, and yeah, it was a grand old time, man. Especially after a win. I was excited for that because I had a lot of friends, a lot of family members that came out for this one, and it was cool to get the win and be able to celebrate with everyone.
Yeah, and that must have been amazing, to put on a performance like that in front of all your family members and everything. Like,
Mhm.
how excited were they for you? I bet they were pretty excited too.
Yeah, definitely, man. It's funny. I feel like I get more like my friends and family get more hyped than I do.
Yeah,
Because it's to me it seems more like regular
yeah.
because it's just what I've been doing for years. But everybody else gets real excited. So it's fun, man. It's fun to go out and put on a little show.
Yeah, no doubt. A great night for you, I bet. And I saw immediately after the fight, I think maybe a couple days later, maybe it was right away. I'm not sure. You were back in the gym, helping your teammates with everything. And I thought that was pretty cool because, you see sometimes fighters get it when they take some time off, but you were right back in the gym, helping Rob for his upcoming fight, your teammates. I thought that was pretty
Yeah.
cool. So can you tell us a little more about that? Like how that all is?
Yeah. So especially when I take no damage, I like to just get right back to it.
Yeah.
Just keep the momentum that I had because it sucks to get out of shape and then have to get back in shape. So we kind of keep the philosophy of always being in shape. So that way, even we get like you know, we get a call to like fill in last minute or something like that. We're always ready. But basically the way it works with me and the team is whoever's turn it is to fight, everybody just works together. We all focus in on that guy, or sometimes it's two guys, if it's Calvin and Rob or me and Tom fighting. So everybody just helping each other,
Yeah.
and it's very mutually beneficial, I would say.
Yeah. I bet. I bet.
Yeah, so I was just thinking about this. So you're already a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and you're also training with some of the best strikers right now, like Calvin Cater, Rob Font.
Mm,
How dangerous of fighter do you think you can be when your striking is improving almost every day?
yeah, man. I mean, I feel like time will tell for sure, but I feel like I have all the tools to reach a very high level. It's funny, man. I'm putting a lot of time, a lot of effort into my striking, but it hasn't really came out too much during a fight because my grappling just kind of like I end up just like submitting people pretty fast before I really end up needing to use my striking that much. But I'm sure it'll happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I love the striking aspect of it all. Got a lot of good guys, a lot of people that I can draw knowledge from. So it's really just a matter of time. It'll come out.
Yep. No. I bet.
Yeah. And so we saw that you've been helping Rob Font for his upcoming fight. So how has training been going for him with his upcoming fight against Chito Vera?
It's going good, man. It's going good. Rob's another one. Just Rob and Calvin, Tom and I, we're just always like staying ready all the time. So when we got the call for Rob's fight, like we were literally in the gym training already, so just keeping the momentum going. I'm doing my job, just helping, fine tune Calvin and Rob's grappling. And then, we got our other coaches putting together their wrestling and striking. And, we got Tyson kind of, being the general, teaching us how to put everything together. So
Yeah, and you said you guys are always staying ready, everything else, and you're staying ready. It looks like you said too. Now, are you looking to get back in there right, like immediately? Like, would you take a short notice fight? Like, say something came up, is that something you're interested in?
yeah, potentially. I was trying. I right after the fight, I was like, all right, now I'm thinking about the combat zone next
Yeah.
month. I actually have a couple students at Henzo's where I train out of and where I teach out of that are getting ready to fight on that card. But I'm gonna be going out to Vegas with Rob and the guys. Usually we go out like 2 weeks prior to the fight, so that we can all get comfortable and just finish out the camp out there instead of just fight week. So basically, I'm not fighting in this card coming up just to avoid any potential injuries or anything like that. I want to be able to do my job and be Rob's, drilling partner, sparring partner. Uh, you know, um, it would suck to have to go out there and be be like injured and not be able to, you know, um, be working at my full potential with them.
Yeah, no doubt. And I saw, you have been very, very active. Like in the last 7 months, you have fought 3 times, and I guess we're not even like halfway through 2022 yet. So like, do you think
Mm.
potentially by the end of 2022, we can see you in there? Like you'll be in there like 5 or 6 times in the last year, I guess you could say. You think that's possibly what we can see?
I'm thinking if I could get like maybe like two more,
Okay.
like before the end of the year, that's probably what we're looking at.
Yeah.
And then, assuming I get two more wins, we'll see maybe like contender series, something like that on the horizon. Thinking about moving up, you know.
Yeah, and
So that's the plan.
Yep, and the contender series comes back in July, so I mean, you could possibly get that phone call. I know they're always looking out and everything. And
Uh,
is that the ultimate goal, the UFC? Because I'm sure you always see it with Rob, Calvin, how cool that experience probably is going up to Vegas, being around the UFC fighters and everything, like the company and
uh,
everything. Is that the ultimate goal to be with the UFC one day?
yeah, yeah. That's definitely the ultimate goal. I mean, I don't want to say I like obviously if like you get enough money coming from somewhere else, like it's definitely worth considering. But yeah, that is the ultimate goal, I would say.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah, so I just got one final question here. So thanks for your time again.
Yeah, of course.
And so I just want to ask your prediction. We got a stacked UFC card on April 9th, and there's a really close fight, controversial Khamzat Chimaev versus Gilbert Burns. Do you have any prediction for that? You believe the hype around Khamzat?
That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. I feel like yeah, that is a tough one, man. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think that one definitely could go either way. I'm interested to see if Burns is going to be able to sort of cancel out his Khamzat's wrestling. But I mean, that guy's a killer once he gets a hold of you. So I don't know. I actually wouldn't be surprised if it was like a little more of a stand-up fight, at least for a time. And then I think that'll be like a big factor is like how Burns handles the wrestling. And that's probably, in my opinion, what it'll come down to.
Yeah, and you're a black
If
belt.
you had to put money on someone, is it gonna be Burns or Khamzat? I want to answer right now.
All right, I'll go with Khamzat, man. I think that guy's kind of on a roll right now. He's a killer, and he's a big guy too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously not that Burns can't hang with like longer opponents, but he's a tough puzzle to solve.
Yeah,
I mean, shit, man, it's tough, man. The MMA scene is it's wild. Could go either way, but yeah, I'll go with Khamzat.
yeah, it is a crazy scene, and you're a black belt yourself. So and Gilbert's a black belt. So what do you think about like the black belt jiu-jitsu guys going up against the wrestlers? Like, how do you think that plays out? You think that favors you guys? Because they might get you down, but at the end of the day, you're better on the ground and you can submit them. So how do you feel about like the black belt against the wrestlers?
Yeah, I think in MMA it's tough because if you get somebody that's just really good at defending submissions and not getting swept, and they can just stay connected to you and just land shots. Like they don't even need to do a ton of damage if they just stay on top of you. They can definitely win rounds that way. And it's kind of like making you potentially expend more energy from the bottom because like the pressure's kind of on you to either, to get something going, either start throwing up submissions, working with strikes from the bottom or working your way back up. But I think it could definitely be tough. Maybe Burns could slap on a guillotine or something as he enters in. But it's tough once you're on your back with that guy, man. He's kind of relentless. So
I can't wait.
Yeah, man. Thank you again for coming on. It was really great speaking with you. If you want to shout out any social media, the floor is yours, man. Any sponsors?
Yeah, man. I want to shout out definitely Henzo Gracie, New Hampshire, Cartel, Hard Knocks, Muay Thai, Top Game Management. All my teammates, check them out on Instagram. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. And then I got my sponsors. Check out on my Instagram. I got some banners up, t-shirts and stuff for everyone to check out.
Awesome, man.
Thanks again, man. It was really great speaking with you. Nice meeting you.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Have a
good night.
Have a good one.